Treasurer's report from last month did not have statements in time for the treasurer's report. Bill 1384 is for members first, Visa, in the amount of $1,912.64 from the general fund. Bill 6298 was the AMP bill. It was $38,195.95 from the utility fund. Bill 6297 was the members first Visa. $130.95 from the utility fund. Charlie Rich Creek's payroll should have been $1,581.35 from the general fund. It says it was incorrectly put on the report as $5,363.71. However, he did receive the right amount to pay. The report here further addresses the clerks split their time between working on the borough items and working on utility items. They have two different timesheets for their hours in each department. Refuge and recycling transfer receipts totaled $7,236.25. And that was deposited into the general fund. And Charlie's payroll reimbursement utility was $3,893.71. And that is how much the general fund is reimbursed for Charlie's payroll. And it's noted that the bank account is reconciled every month. And we are currently in the process of our yearly audit. So, we'll do that.
Thank you. Motion, we approve the last month's meeting minutes as noted.
Second?
Second.
All those approved, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Citizens' remarks. Workshop minutes. Any corrections or additions to the workshop minutes?
I want to bring something up on that. I don't know if it's the time to do it now. As far as my understanding is renting out the pavilion, and I guess the downstairs here, you said about non-profits being able to use it for free, like the church and stuff. Yeah. A lot of people doesn't think that's fair because it looks like they're singling somebody out, and that can also be like an ethics violation. The only thing, in the past, the only thing that was allowed was for like funerals. That was different. But I think if somebody's got to pay, I think everybody has to pay or nobody pays.
Is that something council has discretion on?
We can look into it and put something in next month.
It's not going to be 50 years from the point
Can we approve this tonight and amend it if necessary?
Well, I mean, we can amend, you guys can amend that conversation.
Which the pavilion,
Just, then I'll report on it next month.
All right, we need a motion to approve the amended.
Are we gonna do that? What did you say, the pavilion? Take it to zero for non?
like the pavilion,
So
you can't let the church use it for free if you're charging everybody else, because it looks like you're singling people out. And it wouldn't be fair to another group. So you're either gonna have to charge it, or either everybody not be charged. And the church is non-profit, I mean, they're gonna pay too.
And the
You know,
question,
everything's tax write-off.
the question is, does council have discretion on that? Jason, you have to research that.
You guys can vote on however you want.
Well, my opinion is the church, when you do a pavilion, they're doing it for the community. They're not doing it for a birthday party or whatever. It's for the community. I don't think we should charge.
I agree with that.
I'm just throwing it out there. I was told it could be a possible ethics violation. I mean, that's something Jason's gonna look into.
If you're a citizen, in the borough, you have to pay if you wanna use that pavilion?
Yes, 25 bucks.
For an event, but anybody can just go down there and sit
Yeah.
with, you know,
Right.
you do have to pay?
If you wanna rent it and lock it down,
Oh, okay, I understand, okay.
I agree with Bill, Bill and Bill,
Right.
I'm okay, I'm sorry, Brian,
It's all good.
that, I agree with the nonprofits getting it for free.
May I add to that? Nonprofits within the borough limits.
Yeah.
We'll just maintain that. Anything outside of that nonprofit, we can charge a minimum fee. You're aware of the fee.
Yeah, they pay all right.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm good with that.
Okay, so let's approve as they are right here.
Yeah, a motion to approve the minutes as written.
Do we have a different, we can't just include, I don't think, we can't just include this on these meeting minutes. We have to have a separate document for the fees.
Yeah, that's a workshop.
Right. I think we have something later on in that.
So we're gonna approve these meeting minutes, and then later we're gonna approve a document. Okay.
Amend it for residents or within the community for free.
All right, so I make a motion to approve the workshop meeting minutes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Yeah, it actually comes back up under unfinished business. Okay, citizens remarks? Okay. Police report. Chief Lutz.
Good evening, council. Good evening, residents. For the month of April, we handled 37 incidents. We had no part 1 or part 2 offenses. We did 1 traffic accident. We issued 5 traffic warnings. The other incidents that we had in the borough were 911 hang-up, business check, child line reports, disturbance, EMS call, harassment, motor vehicle collision, service call miscellaneous, traffic enforcement report, and weapons offense. That's all I have to my report. I just urge that you tell you consistent, like I do every time, every year, to lock their vehicles. Now's the time when the weather's getting good, people are outside, and it's a crime of opportunity, where people will go and yank on car handles, and if it's unlocked, they believe that they're entitled to whatever's inside your vehicle, which they are not, but the easy way to correct that is just to lock your car. That's all I have. If you have anything for me.
Are you guys still doing the bike ride?
We haven't yet, the weather has turned, so we will be back on bicycles, absolutely. So we'll be turning their foot patrols into bicycle patrols.
Great.
All right.
That's it.
Motion to accept the police report?
I'll make a motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Well, I'll second it.
All those in favor, say aye. Opposed? Fire report?
We had 10 calls for the month of April. We had 4 structures, 1 pole wire down, 1 vehicle fire, 1 MVA, no injury, 2 medical assist, 1 fire police. We had 1 in the 28 box, 4 in the 27, 4 in the 31, and 1 way down in the 54 box at Stewartstown. Tanker responded down there for the warehouse fire. We had 2 training details and 2 fundraisers. June 2nd, we have our chicken barbecue coming up, and we also received the UTV. There's more to follow with that. We're getting driver training on that now. Does the borough have a listing of all tenants and management firms for properties within the borough?
All people you say?
Management firms or landlords that manage property within the borough. We have a full, complete listing.
Well, we have our residents. Yeah.
Okay, and does that include 24-hour notice or 24-hour availability?
To get them in 24 hours?
No, to get a hold of somebody within 24 hours.
Oh, No, people's phone numbers change like water.
Okay. We had a call on Sunday at 110 North York Street.
Yeah, I know.
You know all about that. Trying to get a hold of the management firm.
Yeah.
I've now taken this SPG management, I've taken a step further and advised them that they need to be able to provide a 24-hour contact number
Yeah.
if something should happen. You know, and that goes for any of these properties in town. If somebody should fall, somebody should injure themselves, they have no.
There's no landlines anymore.
Yeah.
So the person that's doing that is 6 months and he's going. Keep that phone with you.
Well, I mean, like, for example, SPG, they have a president or a founder and a co-founder, and it's father and son.
Yeah.
So, obviously with them owning this firm, they have a number. And I'm trying to obtain that number, but for any of the other, can the borough provide the fire department so we can provide that to your county? Because it's not just for fire, but it's also for police too.
We can provide you what we have.
Yeah, and that's
It's
fine.
gonna work.
Yeah. Well, I'll expand on that,
Yeah.
on that side of the street. But like yesterday, and I advised them, deplorable conditions.
Yeah.
So, and I told them, I said, you know, if you value your property, you need to take a look at it. So, outside of that, that's all I have for the fire report.
Alright,
Doug, do you remember what your training was about? I'm just curious, so I was gonna make a move. You said you had two, right?
Yeah, we had 2 training details. I can. Well, one was on the UTV initial. It was a 4-hour UTV forestry course, and I believe the other one. In fact, yes, the other one was the walk through the woods at the beginning of the month.
Walk through what?
Walk through the woods. We actually took in one of the new houses being built up there. They're putting in about, I think, Chief, was it about 150 homes?
I believe so.
In that ballpark, up on the backside of the woods. That's phase 3, I think. But that's it.
alright. Motion to accept the fire report.
So make that motion.
Is there a second? All those in favor? Opposed? Alright. Mayor's report.
Flag from the square. Who manages that flag? Are we or the,
No,
okay.
I had staff doesn't about that.
No, that's, the poor thing was flailing.
Yeah.
That rope's broke, so I don't know if we need to look at getting that fixed.
The ropes broke again?
Well, yeah. Well, unless it's been fixed.
I fixed it months ago.
Well, from when this rope.
Put a new flag up, we're gonna have it.
Yeah. So was the rope tied off or a new rope put up?
I put a whole new.
Okay, that's fine. All right. And then you go to the taxes. I was sent a letter from a resident within the borough, and I'm merely just passing along for a record. It goes as follows. The president received it, and I'm sure others may have seen it. It states, "Hi, Mayor Doug. I write to you regarding the behavior of Mr. Charlie Rich Creek on 4/26/2024. Mr. Rich Creek attempted to interfere with the peaceful enjoyment of property that is not inside the borough in which he has no ownership rights. He received our mail in error, and instead of depositing it back with the post office mark, return to sender, he willfully opened the mail, and on 4/26/2024 used the account number to try to hack into our online account with NetEd. When that was denied for lack of proper information, he then called MedEd and did not attempt to call or tell them the new mailing address or any of the information was given at the last public meeting. He instead scheduled a shut-off move-out date. He did this with the intent to cause a bill to be generated for reconnection. He admitted to posing as the owner and scheduling the shut-off when he called our VP of the association and told him, after he got off the phone with MedEd, that he called to schedule the electricity to be shut off. MedEd will give their customer service notes and recordings when they receive a subpoena. It is illegal to knowingly pose as the owner of an account you know you do not own. It is also illegal to try to interfere with the peaceful existence of the incorporated nonprofit's business. Theft by deception in Pennsylvania essentially refers to a scam, otherwise known as failure to correct a false impression or statement. I am writing to you to please address the fact that the council has an employee that, during business hours and while representing himself as the borough manager, has committed a fraudulent act. As always, thank you for your service as mayor of this borough, and we appreciate you. Thank you, Karen Rockwell.
Is this in relation to the?
I have no idea. Hey, real quick, this is still my floor. At this point, that was shared with me, I'm sharing it out here on the floor. That's all the further I go with it.
Can I make a statement as a public?
No, we're not at a comment.
I
can't.
No.
Okay.
Vice Chair.
Moving on.
I have nothing further. We'll talk.
Motion to accept the mayor's report.
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
None here.
Hearing none, the mayor's report does not pass. ELH&P report and water company report. Is there any discussion on this?
You were aware of the crime and did not.
Alright.
Pardon?
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me, sorry.
Motion to accept the ELH&P report.
I make that motion.
Is there a second? Alright. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. Motion to accept the water company report.
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Alright, engineers report. Alright, need a motion to accept the engineers report.
I make that motion.
Is there a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Alright, committee report, or solicitor's report.
No formal report this evening, other than, next month, I'll have an answer to you guys on, the nonprofit meeting with, facility rental.
Alright. Need a motion to accept the solicitor's report.
I'll make that motion.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Committee reports, building and grounds, trash cans at the creek.
I need those car companies to move trash cans. Is that again?
Which ones are
The blue ones?
the blue ones?
For your event.
As far as I know, they've always been there. They were there well before our event.
Someone has to keep it pedal.
I think either the owner of the property or the VFW.
If someone's got a key to it.
We don't. Well, first off, that's not our property. Secondly, those cans were there before we actually utilized that property with the permission of the property owner. And those cans were well before the fishing truck. So
It might be the property.
that would be my guess.
So what you're looking to is to see who's gonna get empty. Okay, I can go down to the VFW tomorrow night and talk to Dave. Okay, he represents the VFW and say something to him about that and find out who has those skis. If we unlock it, what's our trash? Republic, that's right, I'm sorry. Will Republic dump
I
those?
don't know that we haven't done it for years.
That is within the borough, right? That property's within the borough. Okay.
Well, yeah.
I'll find out if it's okay, I'll find out who has those keys, and they are full. I went by them again today.
They can't take it up on us and empty it?
They're 55-gallon drums, I don't know what's in them.
Go off past the trees.
Yeah.
Who emptied the trash before you?
They weren't there before him.
Yeah.
I don't
There was a
recall,
can always
I only recall the trash cans being placed there before the fishing derby.
They've been there for years.
They've
Oh, they
been there
have?
before.
There's
That's
always
what I'm
been
saying.
one.
And
I gotta start paying
they
attention.
But again, I don't know whoever placed them there wasn't us.
Yeah.
So,
I know up there when we cleaned it up, we put the picnic table foundation up, we stamped there then.
That's why I said private property owner, because they don't want trash on the property, obviously.
I'll make it a point to go to the VFW and ask Dave, if that's okay.
Yeah, the fire company function, that's why I was asking with them.
no, we participated in the function. It wasn't held by the fire
Or
department.
making
That
your.
This is held by the Northern York County
Official.
and the VFW.
Charlie, asking is one, if we can get those unlocked, can you get them done?
I don't know, I'll find out. I don't know if it'll be a charge, I'm sure. Yeah.
So be it. That's one.
Alright, moving to emergency management.
I don't have anything to do with emergency management wise, Charlie. I haven't scared as many emails and.
No.
Come on.
Okay. Moving on to finance.
Yes, the fireman's tax refund, that's, because we got the paperwork before March 31st, it's nothing to do by anything. You were at the school where we gave you, and I see you filled some of those things out now, but we should have, papers with, all the firefighters, whether they're active, non-active, we've gotten none of
I
that.
only provided you with who was active entirely.
You have to
That
provide,
live in the borough.
you have to provide us with everything, that's what you learned at your class, you were there for the class.
Because here's the way that it works for the township. I only provided to the township and to the county. The county only required individuals who were active. And that's through the county, and that was, Cronister. Through the township, I provided them a letter with who was active and the information needed that they had asked for.
Right, that was for their thing that they had wasn't to do with this.
That's right out of our record, right out of our ordinance.
Mhm.
And I remember you being here saying you were gonna take care of all the administration on it.
Mhm.
You gave us a letter, it
Mhm.
was supposed to be notarized, it wasn't.
Okay.
You gave us a letter that had somebody on it that doesn't live in the borough.
That's been
Carolyn does not live in
revised.
the borough.
Well, that's been revised and resubmitted. And, was it put in there that it needed to be notarized on that letter that you gave you the paperwork to fill out?
On this.
No.
We don't give you any fill out, you gotta give us the paperwork.
Okay, that paperwork that was required to be filled out, you handed to me.
But this here?
No.
Brought it to your house, you mean?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, on there, did it state that it needed to be notarized?
No, but all the paperwork that you got from that class, when our ordinance, our resolution was done, you agreed to all of that stuff. You didn't give us any of that, none of it. We have no documentation of any of that.
On that, it states what is required on that. The paperwork that you handed me to fill out.
This is what we needed
Yes.
as the borough office to give you your facts.
Yes.
Now, we need what the resolution required for with this. I mean, I didn't know this right now, that you didn't give me any of that.
We also didn't know that we needed to have a letter or this paperwork filled out until 2 weeks ago.
This is before the last meeting. Right there for the first meeting. This paperwork.
And you told me what, to have that turned in by the next meeting, right, for this meeting? Okay.
But the paperwork that's needed, which we filled out by March 31st, and nobody's done anything about it. And that's your responsibility, I shouldn't say nobody.
Okay.
It's your responsibility.
Well, at this point, we'll dismiss it. The two individuals listed, stricken, and we'll do it all again next year. But I would certainly hope I get that paperwork before March 31st that does need to be filled out, so it can be turned in.
You have all of it.
No, the paperwork you stopped up at my house.
Okay. You have all of that paperwork. That's in that whole packet that you dealt with.
Okay.
This list,
Right there.
this letter.
I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It says right in the documentation under record keeping.
I
There are
understand.
2 other documents that we would like to see that we will put on the website so that they're available to everyone.
And that would be
They
appreciated.
will be the borough application for each person.
Yes,
which you
absolutely.
just received.
Just received.
And
Didn't
I'm
receive it
gonna
for March
recommend,
31st.
I'm gonna recommend as a council member
Mhm.
that I would like to have a list of each person and how many credits they got.
Oh, no
So that we can put this all together in one fat happy
Really
file,
got practice, just like
and we
you
can
said,
keep
all
that
Oh,
all
that's
that
fine.
information.
That's fine. I have absolutely no problem.
So Matt, I'm gonna ask you to put this stuff, put the application and the log up and make it available on the website if you can. So that it'll be available to all your guys and you can see it right up front.
One-stop shop for everybody with me.
You can't get on our borough website.
No, I can get on, but now, as in what I had stated earlier, I didn't get the paperwork for the other individual anyways. Just like for the township.
No, you got it, I gave it to you for you and Dixon.
I gave it to Headstrom to get it back to me.
Right,
Correct, and that's what I'm alluding to.
yeah.
For our documentation, we need to have that log. We need to
I have absolutely no problems with providing that. Here's my question. That paperwork was given to me after March 31st. So what good is that going to do at this point, after the fact, and not prior to March 31st?
Really, this, when,
So,
I'll throw it out on the table here, all right? Doug, well, I'm not gonna say that. 26 North York Street
Mhm.
looks like could be eligible for a credit of $55, $54.88.
Mhm.
616 Overlook Drive, looks like is eligible for $116.56.
Mhm.
I want to put it out to the rest of the borough council, even though this paperwork's jacked up right now, since there's only two, and it's less than $180, do we want to offer these two credits? Because it's unclear as to how this is working.
but he's the only one that even gave the paperwork that was given to him by the borough. The other guy never even came back on it.
So we don't have a filled out application.
The one from Overlook don't have anything from him.
And I sent a text message telling him I needed it back before tonight.
Yeah.
And I can provide that to the council too.
Doug's the only one that provided this paperwork, so if you guys want to do that, yeah, that's good.
And I can still follow up with the additional paperwork to go with that.
Council, what are our thoughts?
I'm all for it, I agree with it. It's good pay, let the paperwork being filled out this time. And they do a lot for us. They do.
So you said this was the fire real estate?
Yeah, this is the borough portion of the real estate tax that they get back. So, yeah. It's not the state piece, it's not the county piece, it's nothing federal.
And these are volunteer fire persons?
Pardon me?
They volunteer for the fire company?
How pertinent is it to have his paperwork to get the reimbursement?
Well, I don't think we give any of them until we get the supporting paperwork. That's all. You get us the supporting paperwork and I'm posing, because I think we have to have the paperwork to keep our books straight.
Well, I know you're talking now, he's pretty forgetful, so that's probably why.
So if we can get the follow-up, your log,
I'll get you everything.
get me a get us a revised letter with the two of you on it notarized,
I'll strike one and two off now because
Yeah, the one,
so then get the application.
one's definitely not in her.
Who's negligent in this? Not the,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't,
It's one Overlook.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want it.
not the mayor.
No.
So this all falls on that certain volunteer?
I'll give you a bigger picture. I hand the paperwork out to the volunteers and direct them to go and fill the paperwork out and get it back to me in a timely fashion.
Right.
Case in point, Newberry Township, asked them to get it back to me. 2 of the 3 that were eligible didn't turn it in. And I was being hounded by the comptroller up there. Explained to her, I said, my responsibility ends at handing the paperwork out.
Right. So,
He's talking about the money in Newbury. gives.
right.
But that's just an
So
example.
with this, what we're talking about now, I say that, I would like to say that the person that did not hand their paper in, that's on them, not us. Yes, they volunteer, so you're done. And the person that did follow up and do that, I say, yes, give them the money.
I still would like to see the logs.
Oh, I'm regardless. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
go
have
back
to
and
See the what?
The
Yeah,
logs.
we have
Oh, we're
everything
gonna
there to back us.
And
The
it's
back
gonna be
up.
beautiful.
Yeah, we can't just hand money out. Right, we need the correct paperwork to follow everything.
Would it be a problem to table this to next month until we get the logs and everything, all the paperwork?
I can have it to you in 2 days.
Yeah, just do that.
It's entirely up to you all. I really want to.
Well, why don't you get the information all into us by next council meeting, and then we'll look at it, and we'll make a lot at that point. I'm just throwing that up in the air, guys. I don't know where anybody feels about this stuff, and that gives you a chance to catch up with 16 one more time, you know, try and get it.
Alright, so we'll add that to,
So we'll table that till next month.
Planning?
I'm sorry,
Planning.
nothing.
Alright, recreation, trees at the park?
Yeah, there's 2 dead ones down there I gotta get down, between the pavilion and the creek. And there's that big walnut tree that sits, where the porta pot is. And I'd like Blessing to take rid of that nuisance. It drops thousands and thousands of walnuts when they're ripe. And it's often goes skateboard down there. So I'd like to get rid of that so we can.
Is there a suggestion as to what we can plant in place?
I don't plan it parking area. We planted one tree for,
Well, I'd still like to see something somewhere
yeah.
to replace that tree.
There's people that wanna plant trees in
Remember, I understand. This
And
is,
yeah, we let them do that, but just not in the parking lot.
I understand. I would just like to see a tree to replace
Is
that.
this the one that separates in between them?
Yes.
I think if you take away a tree, we should add a tree.
That's when they grow wild down there constantly.
Yeah, but it's-
I think that if we take a tree down, we should replace it.
Are you getting rid of the stump?
Yes. Everything will go away, every parking spot.
You're just expanding parking right across.
Yeah, yeah. They'll call whenever we move down the parking area. The car don't get wrapped around.
What did Lee have planted over across the street? What trees were they?
Where?
When they did the work on the creek.
$5,000 tree.
What?
Yeah, they're $5,000 trees.
What were they?
Are they Pennants? Are they Pennants or what are
Yeah,
they?
there's some kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they don't-
They're $5,000. That's what costs extra to have the land.
I think you're wrong to plan them for
I
cheaper.
really don't know, that's not our property. It's the way-
I know, but it,
I don't see them come up out of the tube, so.
Oh, they're up.
Oh,
They're up, yeah, they're growing.
They're growing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll split the tube and they
It takes oaks forever.
Yeah.
Road.
Alright, sanitation and sewer? I don't have anything for that.
Are we okaying him doing the trees? Are we not okaying him doing?
I just
the
want
trees?
your blessings, I don't want to need you to say, okay?
Yeah, I'm
I
not-
just want your blessings or don't get your blessings.
You take a tree, plant a tree, it doesn't have to be a $5,000 tree.
yeah, I just wanna see a tree back in.
Yeah.
Take tree.
Somewhere.
You have a blessing.
Streets and highways.
Yeah, we're just replacing all the street lights and poles that hold the lights out. They're all gonna go in and get rid of that steel.
And pipes?
Yeah, the pipes and the lights.
Oh, okay.
That's the LEDs that you got last
Yeah,
year.
we bought last year,
Yeah.
the pole was like a year before that.
That's only in town, right? That's not in Shelley's.
Yeah, no, you guys are still, yeah, we did replace your lights.
It's South York's done too.
No, that also, we're starting up here, we only have 2 up, but we gotta get more done.
So you put the LEDs on the old poles?
Yeah, those old LEDs will go away, these are all red. Yeah, you're gonna love the light.
Are you going out over the hill with this
We're going-
round, or is that later?
That's later, but we're gonna, we're gonna 2 of them out there.
That'll be great, because when that water's up across the road, then you can see it.
See it.
Okay, general and electric utility water company.
CGRs were sent out to all the residents in the subdivision, the Shelley subdivision, for, up to government thing we have to do.
Oh,
Yes,
the
you
water, quality report.
Right, water quality, yeah. And the second thing is, we're asking to raise the meter fee $1 a month for the water meters.
Is that gonna get approved on the fee sheet when we do that? Or is that, we need to do that separately?
I guess we should do it now.
There's $1 a month, not $1 on 1,000.
For $1 a month.
Alright, so I need a motion to increase the water meter fee by $1 a month.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those opposed?
All those in favor?
Oh, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
Just to be clear, that's going on, that's an amendment, basically an amendment to the fee schedule.
Yes.
It's on the fee schedule now, isn't it?
Well, but it's only at the 36 per quarter. So it would be $104 a month, which would be $40 a quarter.
I thought we.
And we didn't change that on the fee schedule because we have the right to do that without approval.
Yeah, water fee, am I missing this? Maybe I'm reading this wrong, but water meter fee present at 12 and proposed to go to 13. Am I seeing that
Yeah.
straight?
Oh, is that what, okay. I'm showing 36 per quarter.
And that would be right.
1,000. I'm not showing the,
Isn't that right?
maybe where my chicken scratch is, that's true.
I don't want to take and shoot.
But I'm looking here at the Nathan workshop minutes. Yes, current contracted fee 13.
Present is 12, proposed 13.
Yes.
So that covers that dollar?
For the fee schedule, yeah.
So in the fee schedule resolution, it'll have to go up.
Yeah, that's on that, so. We wouldn't have to do what we just did, sorry.
As only one delusionally thinking, I would like to see this fee schedule not wrapped into meeting minutes previously and be a standalone document
Yeah.
that has everything on it, so we can review it all as a list.
Okay. Yeah, we'll type it up to that.
That way, we just pull that list out, it's our fee schedule, and we review it every year.
I'll make sure everybody gets one next month.
Yeah, next month we'll have it updated and you guys will vote on the resolution.
Yeah, there was no point in spending that time on it.
Okay,
That's it for water, sorry.
zoning,
Nothing.
need a motion to accept the committee reports.
Make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Alright, unfinished business, employee handbook.
I wanted to ask the solicitor, he was here when I handed out the one to everybody anyway. Did you have a chance to look over that? Did you
Yeah,
see anything wrong with that?
I looked over it, I mean, I think, it was something that, had some good points in it, I think it would be a lot shorter, a lot more concise. I think that there are some other, municipal employee handbooks that, might be a better fit. But I think ultimately, at least as I understand the conversation from, the workshop, that the discussion was actually focused on going and contacting Keystone, and getting something from Keystone Municipal Solutions, getting a handbook or at least scheduling an appointment to sit down and put together a handbook with Keystone Municipal Solutions.
That's the note that I remember from the workshop.
Right, but I can't do that,
So we were gonna have them.
But I can't do that until you guys approve or disapprove tonight. Then I can schedule it. I don't want to schedule it and then it's not gonna happen.
I don't see why we can't put anything together without having to pay.
They should come and talk to us.
Yeah.
How much does that cost for them to come in and charge us?
So they come in?
Yeah, nothing, so it's free.
So, right.
Nothing to give us the sales pitch, I'm sure it actually would. It's gonna cost.
When they write it, it's not cost.
So are we cool with bringing?
I
Keystone?
said,
Yeah, it ain't gonna cost nothing.
Yeah,
Do you need a motion on that?
I'd like to make that motion
Direct
to,
the
I make a motion to direct Charlie to go to Keystone to start, talk to them about coming in to see us.
Right.
About generating an employee handbook.
It wouldn't just be a meeting between Charlie and Keystone, right?
No.
I think we ought
No,
to be involved.
they're gonna come in front of us.
Right, okay, that's what I, okay.
And whether you wanna do it at a meeting or a workshop, I mean, whatever you guys think.
They're gonna give us the sales pitch of what to expect from their services.
Right.
And then after that, we'll decide whether we want to hire them.
So do we wanna do that at a formal meeting
Or,
for everybody to see?
It's not
Or
gonna
do
be
we
as
wanna
much
do
as
it?
our final meeting, but you're trying to rush along, so workshop.
Probably go with the workshop.
Yeah, I think a workshop, that way we got nothing else going on our plate to do.
I'll set up for the Wednesday before the meeting.
Okay, so
so next month.
is that gonna be the 11th? No.
No. Unless we'll take that call. If it doesn't meet other people's schedule, I mean, we can, we can do it the Thursday.
Be the 5th.
Pardon?
Oh, is it the 5th?
So it'd be the fifth one or Thursday after, he said.
Yeah, June 5th would be the workshop.
Yeah. Then you guys can talk about
Yeah,
it.
and just let us know if you can get them, because who knows about their schedule.
Yeah.
Alright, new business,
Do we need to do anything with the fee schedule before we leave unfinished business?
No, you guys.
Other than you're gonna draft it up onto a separate document?
Yeah, it's already
Voted in or voted out on the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already drafted, you just need to make that change from the dollar for the water meter.
okay, so we need a motion to approve the,
Oh, that'll be next month.
That'll be next month, once it's all formal and one fee.
gotcha. We have a second to contact, Keystone to,
Second.
meet with us. Alright, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The, new business,
No.
You're gonna put that on a fee schedule document, that goes back to us for next month, and we're gonna approve it.
Okay.
On its own document.
alright, so the, under new business, next necessary action, resolution regarding the adoption of rules regarding public meetings.
Yes, it's resolution, excuse me, resolution 2024 to 2024 -5, whatever it is.
Alright,
I'll make a motion.
Talk about a workshop.
Did Jason have a chance to actually look over that?
Yeah.
And your thoughts, I mean, isn't a lot of this covered under the First Amendment, Sunshine Act, I mean,
Well,
it's like,
Look, it's a pretty good document, so if you've read through it, it follows a pretty organized,
yeah, I know where it came from, I found it, I read it also. But like I said, I mean, it just seems like it's trying to control, you know, where the camera goes, this, that, and the other, and I mean, technically you can't do that. I mean, if it's not interrupting or causing a problem where it's at, it's like we're trying to pass rules that makes no sense.
Was there some people covered and some people not?
Yes.
We,
Watching the council recordings from last month, I noticed, I wasn't in the camera. Mr. Hurt was sitting down there, he wasn't in the camera.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know if that's a big deal or not, I don't know.
It's like it's the way the chairs are put up, if we're gonna video, we need to make access. I mean, it has to go where it has to go to try to catch
Well,
everybody.
Last month's meeting, we had a press table set up back there with the sign, I don't know what happened to it, said press, and we had the nice comfortable chairs for the press, you know, we had it all set up.
But if you read in there, it says that it's not allowed to be on, property of the borough table, it's not allowed to be.
it's
on
council's
the-
choice on how the room is set up and where media or cameras are allowed to be in the room.
But it has to be to where you can pick up the audio also.
It has to be in the
Or
room.
you can put it back.
Well, you told me you can, you said you could put a mic on.
Yeah.
We discussed that. Remember that, Ron? Discussed that about the mic.
So I need a motion to.
My thoughts are the mayor, the president, and the solicitor should be able to see who is in this meeting by sitting back here. They have full view of it, because they're not looking over here all the time to make sure that no one's harassing any council person with gestures or you know.
I can just put Polish chair.
That's all covered under the
We
First
just need
Amendment.
a
Pardon
though.
me, I didn't hear.
Any gestures or anything is going to be covered under First Amendment.
Okay.
We just
So
need
it
a
doesn't matter what
there.
people are doing. I
Just,
mean,
yeah.
the easy solution would be you guys install a camera, and then we wouldn't have to worry about this.
All right, moving on. I need a motion to approve the resolution on regarding the adoption of rules regarding public meetings.
I make a motion to approve resolution 2024-5.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Treasurer's report, council has a copy. Is there any discussion? Not I need a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor? Say aye. All those opposed, say nay. Presentation of the bills. Is there any discussion?
I make a motion, we pay the bills.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? All right, I don't have any announcements other than we'll be holding a workshop pending your contact issues. Meeting's adjourned. Any other, hold on. Motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn. All those in favor? Opposed?
Do not respond.
Ron, second.
I said,
He second.
yes, I said.